and information, well, this is true across each and every industry. And the theme behind that fourth industrial revolution is the theme of trailblazer. The companies you're going to meet, the company we're going to showcase this week, are all trailblazers in a sense that they are transforming their business through the fourth industrial revolution. In fact, in this room you have the Trailblazer Hall of Fame, and you can see here a couple of our customers who will be showcased this week. UCSF, the San Francisco Hospital, Adidas. I'm wearing those cool Adidas shoes because we have an amazing delegation from Adidas coming, and also they have on the campground an entire booth where they show how they run their business on Salesforce. Just an amazing company who has transformed actually the sportswear industry. And 21st Century Fox is also a very interesting in the news and media world, a very interesting company running on Salesforce. So we're going to be showcasing those trailblazers who are transforming their business in the fourth industrial revolution. But the fourth industrial revolution is really about one thing, about the customer. How does it change the world for each and every company? Because the fourth industrial revolution is also a customer transformation. It's a customer revolution. And our core theme at Salesforce is really to help companies to connect their customers in a whole new way and deliver the platforms and solutions to transform those companies. And you'll see Adidas is a good example where now the phone represents more than 70% of the commerce traffic. That's the new world. You buy from your phone. You don't go to a store or to a website. You just go to the phone. This is another one outlet. Companies like Schneider Electric, if we stay in the European brands, was an amazing company who connecting all the buildings and the power within the building. So we'll see a lot of showcase. But what's very important about what Salesforce does and our strategy is about the customer. The CRM market is the #1 IT spend in the world because the customer is the most important asset for every CEO. And that's really what drives our strategy. And that's why this growth, this focus is translated into growth. And we'll have a big theme this afternoon during our keynote, which is the Salesforce economy. What is the Salesforce economy? Well, the Salesforce economy is pretty much all the ecosystem that has been created around Salesforce. The customers, the partners, all the jobs we're creating around the Salesforce solution. And we run a survey with IDC, a study with IDC. IDC estimates by 2022, more than 3.3 million jobs will be created into the Salesforce economy. It's almost $1 trillion of GDP impact. And it's $1 billion of social impact. And Indeed recently published a survey that 2 of the top 10 job search are now Salesforce-related jobs. So we're talking a deep job transformation, and you'll see for us, this has a lot of implications. The jobs are shifting, we are part of that shift, and we are investing dramatically to give everybody access to those new jobs. And that's the concept of the Trailblazer. You're going to see a lot of people wearing those hoodies, Trailblazer. What is a Trailblazer? Well, a Trailblazer is someone who is a customer innovator, a technology disruptor, a global shaper. We use the word Trailblazer to basically describe our community of innovators. They can be our customers, they can be our partners. All those people wearing those Trailblazer hoodies have learned Salesforce on Trailhead, our learning platform, and are thought leaders within their company. They have transformed, some of them have transformed their careers thanks to Salesforce accessing to those new jobs. And the Trailblazer, we view them are being really the force, the workforce behind the fourth industrial revolution. And that's a very important thing for us, which is how do you give access to the broader group to those new jobs that we are creating in the fourth industrial revolution. Now, to switch to products, because this is about product this morning and we have an entire team about product, our job at the product level is to enable those Trailblazers to innovate. Those Trailblazers to build this new experience for their customers or for their businesses. Trailblazers like Stephanie Herrera, who's the director at Spreadfast, using everything we have in our platform and our products to innovate and transform their customer experience. And our job at Salesforce is to lower the barrier to entry. That's really the theme of this conference. It's not about more complexity, it's about more access to those technologies and packaging those technology for innovation. So this slide represents what we call a architecture. It's an architecture, it's more a marketing architecture than a technology architecture. And it describes the product offering. So at the very top you have all the clouds, all the products our customers use, all the apps our customers use to deliver the business processes: the marketing cloud, the commerce cloud, the service cloud, the community cloud, the sales cloud, the collaboration cloud, Quip, and our series of industry cloud. Our strategy at Salesforce is to make sure that each and every cloud is a leader in its category. Our marketing cloud is a leader in the marketing space. Our commerce cloud is a leader in the commerce space. The service cloud is a leader in the service space, and so on and so forth. That's step one. Step two is make sure those clouds are connected. It's one, to provide a complete 360-degree view of the customer, and to also provide the most complete CRM, both for B2B and B2C. Salesforce is very unique. You can use Salesforce if you're a B2C company like Adidas, or you can use Salesforce if you're a B2B company like Schneider Electric. We cover the entire spectrum of CRM. No other vendor does that. Now, all those clouds are integrated together, and the way we do that integration of all those best-of-breed solutions is through the Salesforce platform. The Salesforce platform is the secret sauce at Salesforce. That's really what made us so different. The Salesforce platform is what abstracts our customer from the complexity of the technology. Everything is upgraded 3 times a year. 100% of our customers are on the latest release at Salesforce. There is no customer left behind. That's the cloud test. We call that the cloud test. You know, many people say, oh, we're in the cloud. Okay, how many customers are on your latest release? Maybe 10%. Well, at Salesforce, it's 100%. We upgrade the platform every 3 months. That's very important. And the platform is a set of very high-level services, because the whole goal for us is to enable the vast majority to access those technologies. And that's why we built inside the platform Trailhead. That's our release. Trailhead is our fun way to learn Salesforce. And we have a lot of news at Dreamforce around Trailhead, because learning should be part of any innovation platform. Einstein is our artificial intelligence service within the Salesforce platform. Einstein powers pretty much every cloud. We have Einstein baked everywhere. When we do marketing, we do 400 million predictive predictions a day on our marketing cloud. We power service through Einstein. We power our sales through Einstein. We power our analytics through Einstein. Einstein is the AI platform within the Salesforce platform. Lightning is our declarative environment. You build your apps through point and clicks no code thanks to Lightning. IoT is how we connect devices to the Salesforce business processes. Heroku is our development environment where coders go, where they build those, those deep programmatic environment type applications. Analytics is our analytics cloud. Every business process needs analytics. Every business user needs analytics. We have one of the most exciting analytics cloud-based platform that actually is a killer mobile app. That's what I'm using pretty much every day myself. And our App Exchange is our app store. It's where you can provision apps, provision components in Salesforce like you do on the App Store with Apple, because we have a platform, we can provision apps on that platform, not only our own apps, but 3,000 third-party apps are available on the App Store to enrich the Salesforce experience. About how we look at our products, we have CRM applications. Each of them are a leader in their space. Those CRM applications are all integrated together through the Salesforce platform, and the Salesforce platform is really the secret sauce. That's the platform for innovation. We have a set of very high-level services: learning, AI, declarative programming, IoT, programmatic development, analytics, and App Exchange. Now, a lot of the news this year at Dreamforce is not about a new cloud. In fact, we have the most complete CRM. A lot of the news and the work and the announcement at Dreamforce are going to be about the platform. The platform is the most important thing, that our customers want us to lower the barrier to entry, and that's why you saw this morning all the PR about all the services in the platform are getting new capabilities. Very exciting capabilities to give more access to every Trailblazer with my Trailhead, my Einstein, my Salesforce, my Lightning, and my Quip. Every Trailblazer can build, personalize, and be successful with those new services. So with no further ado, I'm going to let this brilliant group of product execs to walk through each and every new announcement. So Sarah, my Trailhead. Trailhead is your baby, so tell us about my Trailhead.
Thank you, Alex. Do we get the clicker?
Yes, there is a clicker.
Thank you. So as Alex mentioned, we are all about helping everybody be a trailblazer. And that's about helping everybody skill up. And that's something that no other software company...
It's AI for CRM. It's built right into the platform. Takes all that great data, applies state-of-the-art AI algorithms to surface predictions and recommendations and insights, in context, helping our users to be the best and making Salesforce the world's smartest CRM. Now, we've come a long way in the last year. We launched it last year, and now today we're driving success in companies of all shapes and sizes, from Fortune 500 financial institutions like US Bank, to small high-tech startups like Astronomer, to retailers like Adidas, even to small nonprofits like College Forward. And now, after a year, we are driving close to 500 million predictions every single day in the platform, which is pretty amazing, just 1 year into our journey. And this slide does a great job of sort of framing how we're going to market with Einstein. Lead scoring, opportunity scoring for Sales Cloud, product recommendations for Commerce Cloud, engagement scoring for Marketing Cloud, and this is great, and our customers love it, but what they did tell us last year is they said, what about all my custom apps? What about all those customizations that I've made to Sales Cloud and to Service Cloud? And it's kind of crazy, actually. If you look at the data, roughly 80% of all data in Salesforce are stored on custom objects. So our customers really love to customize the platform. As Alex said, it's sort of the secret sauce. And they've taken Salesforce and they've made it their Salesforce. And so they've asked us to do the same with Einstein. And so we are super excited to introduce My Einstein. And with My Einstein, every Trailblazer can build AI-powered apps with clicks and without being a data scientist. And this is really, really profound. If we think about the fourth industrial revolution, it's all about transforming economies, industries, our personal lives, but it's all about data science and AI at the heart of it. And there just simply are not enough data scientists in the world to build all the AI that we need. So we need a different way, a different approach, and that's what My Einstein's all about. It's all about enabling an admin to build a prediction, just as easy it is to build a custom object, a custom workflow, or a custom page layout. And so I'm going to focus on the first two, which are brand new. Einstein Prediction Builder. With Einstein Prediction Builder, admins have the power to predict in field in Salesforce right there from setup. So for example, maybe you've got a custom object in your Sales Cloud instance that tracks invoices, and your finance team has come to you and said, hey, we've had a spike in late payments. We want to figure out who is going to pay late. And you want to do that because you want to focus on those folks and have a dedicated call down campaign. So it's all about focusing here, and with Einstein Prediction Builder, you can build these with, it's as easy as point, click, and predict. Now the next one is super exciting, Einstein Bots. This is all about driving service efficiency. Excuse me. This is all about driving service efficiency with case deflection and better customer experiences. And what's really cool about this is the bots in Salesforce. So we have customer context. And if you think about a lot of bots, you keep getting prompted for this information. These annoying prompts, it's because they don't have customer context. The system already has the information to respond to you. You shouldn't have to prompt it. With Einstein Bots, it's built right into the platform. We have that customer context. Also, what's great is the Einstein Bot, since it's in Salesforce, anything you can do in Salesforce, you can do with the bot. You want to look up order status, account history, trigger a workflow, you can do it right there. The last thing that's really cool is we have all this historical data, historical chat transcripts, which cases were resolved with which knowledge articles, and so we can turbocharge the bot building and training so that we can deliver these faster than ever before. Now, of course, we're going to continue to invest in Einstein Language and Einstein Vision. This is bringing the power of deep learning through our programmatic APIs to all of our developers. And that is My Einstein, and I'm going to pass it over to Mike.
Slide, John. Mic on? Whoa. Okay, sorry. I'm going to try the left-hand side. See how we look over here. All right. So I'm really excited to get to talk to you today about Lightning. Let me advance the slide to Lightning. All right, so I can honestly say that there's no more complicated and no more important, no more audacious program and project at Salesforce than Lightning. This started 2 years ago for us and is effectively us taking 17 years of experience in CRM and completely reinventing the CRM experience for every single one of our customers. We've also taken the opportunity to introduce the Lightning Framework, which is a platform for creating that user experience. And so it's a journey, not just for Salesforce, but something that we're doing with every single one of the 150,000 Salesforce customers. And it's a big part of what you're seeing here at Dreamforce this week, is customers looking to us to see how can they reinvent, how can they get more value out of this incredible upgrade that is Lightning. As you can see here, the results are pretty great. A 41% increase in productivity for people leveraging this new user experience. And the momentum is really great as well. We have over 70,000 developers who have authored Lightning components. 300,000 Lightning components have been written.
But it's bigger than Salesforce. It's about our economy of trailblazers. And something that's actually I'm very proud of is that you look in the space of technology, and even just in developers, it tends to be a very male-dominated thing. And according to Stack Exchange, it's about 8% are traditionally female of developers. But in the Salesforce economy, that is 30%. That is a huge differentiation in the equality gap that we face.
Sorry, the Salesforce economy or the Salesforce staff?
In our developer ecosystem, we have millions of developers. We have over 4 million developers building, predictions, building Lightning apps, and now with the Quip platform, able to build components in the platform. And so this is a very diverse, and you're going to see this. This is like no other technology conference where you will see people from all walks of life who we are empowering to do amazing things in this fourth industrial revolution.
And to your point, I mean, there's no finish line. I think we're living in a time of change, and that's why investing in both through non-profit into education, but also through our platform with all the news you've seen today about lowering the barrier to entry is an opportunity to create diversity. Because we're starting from a point that is not diverse in the tech industry. We all know that, and we're working very hard. Mark has spent a lot of time making sure in terms of gender that we close the pay gap by readjusting all the compensations last year, about 6 million of adjustment to make sure men and women are paid the same. We pay a lot of attention making sure the workplace is a place of opportunity, but we also look around us and making sure the barrier to entry is lower and lower so we can create a more diverse workforce. It's a very important thing. You'll see that through the 3 days.
Hi, Jay Fuchs from T3N, Commerce Editor. I just have a question relating commerce, of course. We do live in an age of ecosystems, so the most of the common merchants don't own the customer access anymore. They are going to sell on ecosystems like Amazon Marketplace, on eBay, whatever. And this might be the path for the nearer and the farther future. And what I've been missing, and maybe I'm not looking enough, is what part and what mission has Salesforce in these paths. So where are data points where merchants get information out of ecosystems? What kind of possibilities do I have to integrate sales flows into ecosystems? Analytics, for example, just to know what keywords I have to use for marketing systems like Amazon Marketing System and so on. It's clear, I mean?
It's really a super important question, which is indeed, for us, the way I would translate it, and feel free to react, it's B2B and B2C. The word, I think the boundaries between B2B and B2C are blurring. You take an example of those companies, by the way, you take Adidas. Adidas does both B2C, online commerce. In fact, they sell a lot online. You go to adidas.com, you're on Salesforce. But they also do a lot of B2B commerce because they sell through distributors, whether it's obviously online merchant site, but also big stores, retail stores. So we're living in a world where a lot of our customers have the two aspects of their go-to-market, which is B2B and B2C. They are reaching the end customer and they need to be smart about it. They need to be able to advertise and get indeed profiles through DMP on the marketing. So have really deep B2C marketing access to their audiences, but their distribution is through an ecosystem of partners, which is more of a B2B business. 21st Century Fox is the exact same thing, where they're going to advertise a movie to you, but they're actually selling the movies to networks of distribution, whether it's online streaming or theaters. So we see in our customer base, the lines are blurring between being B2B and B2C, and that's why for us it's very important that to build a complete CRM that covers all aspects of the customer lifecycle, whether it's B2B and B2C, because there are overlaps, the data sets are shared. T-Mobile is another example you'll see this afternoon on the keynote. And we are the only vendor to do that. We are the only vendor who does both B2B and B2C CRM. And that's very important for what you just described, which is the world is evolving into a mix for a lot of our, the customers we're serving. So I don't know if it answers your question, but that's kind of the way I perceive the question. I don't know if, Mike, you want to add something since you're on the CRM.
I would say we see our role as making it possible for any company, no matter where they are in the value chain, to have a direct relationship with the customer. I think about mobile connectivity, the Internet of Things, connected devices. These things offer any company to make that direct connection with the consumer, regardless of whether or not they were the company that made the transaction. That's a pattern that we see throughout our customer base. And so this blurring of the lines with B2B, B2C, B2B2C, like our job, our role in all of this is to provide the technology infrastructure so that any company in the world can build that direct relationship with the customer, and there should be no barrier at all to them as long as that's a strategy that they want to go after.
Trailhead will enable partners to create learning trails around their industries and their products, and I'm assuming that's surfaced within Trailhead. Are you looking to open up the App Exchange, which also now has trails in, for those partners?
So the question is around, are we going to empower our partners? And we actually have already started. We at Trailhead DX, which is our annual developer conference, we have Atlassian and GitHub, who are two great partners to help developers learn things like open source collaboration and being agile, which is really important for things like with Quit platform.
In a better way. It really boils down to focus. So there are a lot of different things that we do in sales and service and marketing. And if you're a sales rep, you want to focus on those leads and opportunities that they're going to convert. If you're in service, you want to focus on how to deliver better customer service. Well, if you know which cases are going to escalate or which customers are going to attrit and churn, then you can really focus in on that. The reality is we all have way too many activities in our daily lives. And so AI can really sort of basically focus on what matters. And that's, for us, all about the customer.
I wanted to add to that when we're looking at these times where people are fearful of losing their jobs, Salesforce is really a beacon of light because we're creating jobs in CRM, and we're creating jobs for people that might not have the skills that they think they need for these jobs, like a data scientist, like an app builder, like a mobile app dev, like somebody that's able to create these amazing applications, these amazing reports, have this career success. And so we're the beacon of light, and we are passionate about empowering these people through Trailhead to learn these skills, because companies need to invest in the people. We need to invest in helping people learn these skills for this next generation. And that's why Salesforce is, in this time when it's uncertain, we are the company that is the beacon of light, and it is the hope for the future.
Yeah, I was going to say that you'll see a lot of videos about the trailblazers we're highlighting here, and I think it's worth noting that the vast majority of them were mid-career transitions, people whose skills were either not offering the opportunities they wanted, or perhaps have become less relevant in the marketplace due to technology changes around them. And I think it is really important. That's why Trailhead is free, and that's why we're so committed to the platform, recognizing that so much of being successful in the age of artificial intelligence is a mindset of continuous learning and enabling people to gain new skills in the middle of their career and how